All right, folks, I gotta show you something.
I will end the war in Ukraine, I will stop the chaos in the Middle East, and I will prevent World War III from happening, and you have no idea how close we are.
Okay, yeah, let's take a seat here. Okay, so first things first, I am not saying that he's the Antichrist, okay? I want to make that super clear. That being said, let's take a look at 1 Thessalonians chapter 5. This is shortly after the discussion of the rapture. Hold on a sec. And by the way, if you get triggered by the word rapture, just call it harpazo. That's the word in the Greek. All right. So Paul goes on. He says, comfort you guys with these words of the fact that if you die, you're not dead. Okay. You're just waiting for your new body dead. You're still technically alive because you're a spirit and a body. Now, as to the times and the epochs, brethren, you have no need of anything to be written to you, for you yourselves know full well that the day of the Lord will come just like a thief in the night. While they are saying peace and safety, then destruction will come upon them suddenly, like labor pains upon a woman with child, and they will not escape. And then you can go on and continue reading. We are not destined for wrath, but for obtaining salvation through Yeshua. Okay, Jesus. So we don't have to be worried about stuff that's going on in the craziness. But I will say that as soon as I see people talking majorly about peace and safety, which has literally been the last 5 years has been crazy of people talking about peace and safety this, peace and safety that. It's like the catchphrase of the decade. And whenever I hear it, I'm just immediately reminded of this particular passage in reference to the day of the Lord. Now, what we do know about the Antichrist in 2 Thessalonians, or the man of lawlessness, is that he's a man of lawlessness. So he opposes the law. What is the law according to Scripture? It's not the law of the land. It's the law of God. It's his law, the Torah. Okay? So it goes on, it says here that the apostasy will come, and the man of lawlessness is revealed, the son of destruction, who does what? Who opposes and exalts himself above every so-called God or object of worship, so that he takes his seat in the temple of God, displaying himself as being God. So I think the big key for recognizing this man of lawlessness is the elevation that he puts himself up into in terms of position when the temple has been built. And it's not there yet, okay? We don't have it in place yet. And I personally, you guys know my beliefs, I don't believe that we're going to be here to see that. That's me. He's going to be taken out by the Lord, slain with the breath of the mouth of the Lord, and brought to an end by the appearance of the coming. That is Yeshua's coming, okay, when he comes to bring back justice and righteousness and order. But there's going to be a lot of deception that happens in the meantime, and that is something we're seeing gearing up even more and more, even this very day. Additionally, we also know that the characteristic of this man of peace, man of lawlessness, spoken in Daniel chapter 9, is that he is going to make a firm covenant or an agreement, or like a reestablishment of an agreement with the many for 1 week, but in the middle of the week he will put a stop to the sacrifice and grain offering. And on the wing of abominations will come one who makes desolate even until complete destruction, one that is decreed is poured out on the one who makes desolate. So this is, again, referring to this agreement or covenant between many nations, of which Israel is at the center for. And that is something that's going to happen in the last days. So that hasn't yet happened. Okay, and this institutes a 1 week or a prophetic period of 7 years of great tribulation and distress. And that, of course, is talked about back over here, if I can turn there, the book of Revelation. All right, and we get all of the details on those prophecies. This stuff mirrors what's happening in the judgments of disobedience in Deuteronomy as well. So it's important to, when you read when you read Revelation, also read Deuteronomy. Yeah. Anyway, I thought it was interesting.